Have you ever felt like someone in your life only shows up when they need something from you? But the moment you're struggling, they vanish without a trace? Denzel Washington once said, "Watch how people treat you when they don't need anything from you. And that's when you see the truth, who genuinely cares and who's just using you." Fake people never come to you out of sincerity. They come to drain you, your time, your energy, your kindness. And when you're no longer useful to them, they'll leave without a second thought. But how can you recognize these people before it's too late? How can you protect yourself from manipulation, deceit, and toxic relationships? Don't miss this video, because today, I'm sharing 7 signs to help you identify fake people before they have a chance to take advantage of you. And trust me, by the time we get to sign number 7, you'll never see people the same way again. The first sign: they only take, never give. Have you ever met someone who always shows up when they need something from you, but is nowhere to be found when you need them most? Someone who constantly demands your help, attention, and time, yet never reciprocates with sincerity? This is a clear sign of a one-sided relationship, where you give endlessly but receive nothing in return. These people don't value your support. They take it for granted. They manipulate your emotions, making you believe it's your duty to always be there for them, while they never prioritize you in the same way. Recognizing this isn't selfish. It's understanding that your kindness deserves to be given to those who truly appreciate it. At first, they may appear fragile, vulnerable, like they need you more than anyone else in the world. They'll use emotionally charged phrases like, "I don't know what I would do without you," or "You're the only person I can trust." But don't let these sweet words blind you. Manipulators know exactly how to exploit kindness for their own gain. They don't seek genuine relationships. They seek to take, to drain you. And when you no longer serve their purpose, they'll leave. Without hesitation. Pay attention. Their requests aren't random or occasional. They follow a pattern. They don't just ask for help. They expect it. They don't care about your limits, only what you can provide. And when you set boundaries, when you say no, they immediately make you feel guilty. They manipulate your emotions by accusing you of being selfish, playing the victim until you give in. This isn't a healthy relationship. It's emotional exploitation, and you need to recognize it before you're trapped in this toxic cycle. But remember, whether it's personal or professional, relationships should never be one-sided. They should be built on mutual respect, cooperation, and a fair exchange of giving and receiving. Someone who truly cares about you will never let you carry everything alone. They will be there when you need them, celebrate your successes, and support you for challenges, without expecting anything in return. But those who only take, they don't build relationships, they exploit them. They drain you, your care, your time, your kindness, your sacrifices. And when the moment comes that you need them, they vanish, as if they were never there. These people aren't looking for equality in a relationship. They're looking for benefits. They love being the center of attention, love being prioritized, love receiving your care. But when do you expect the same in return? All you get are excuses. They always have a reason. "I've just been so busy. You know, I'm going through a lot right now." But when you're the one in need, suddenly, their reasons don't seem to matter anymore. Ask yourself, how many times have you put them first? And how many times have they done the same for you? Can you count them on one hand? Or is the painful truth that it's never happened at all? The harsh truth: if someone only contacts you when they need something, they're just using you. You have no obligation to fix them, to keep giving when it's clear they have no intention of giving back. Selfish people are drawn to those with compassion. They know you're the kind of person who puts others' needs before your own. They know you'll help, whether they deserve it or not. But remember, your kindness is not limitless. Give it to the right people, at the right place, at the right time. Learn to recognize the signs. They only show up when they need something. They make you feel guilty for not doing enough, even when you've already given too much. But when you're the one in need, they disappear without a trace. A genuine relationship doesn't work that way. Surround yourself with people who appreciate you, who understand the balance between giving and receiving. You deserve relationships that help you grow, not ones that leave you drained. Once you recognize those who are merely using you, you'll understand that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-respect. Don't hesitate to cut off those who only know how to take without appreciating. Your life, your energy, and your peace deserve to be protected. The second sign, they gossip about others, and they will gossip about you. Have you ever paid attention to how someone talks about others? Listen carefully. If their words are dripping with contempt, if their tone is laced with sharp edges, tearing down someone's character, be wary. A sincere person has no interest in belittling others. Only those with deceitful or toxic intentions find pleasure in spreading rumors and tarnishing reputations. They don't listen to understand or to help. They listen to manipulate, to spread misinformation, and to turn trust into a weapon. The brutal truth: if today they're whispering about someone else in your ear, it won't be long before you become the subject of their next conversation. They don't just gossip, they embellish, exaggerate, and twist ordinary situations into theatrical drama. They make you feel special, as if you're being entrusted with rare secrets. But don't be naive enough to think you'll always be safe. When the time is right, your secrets, your vulnerabilities, and your weaknesses will be the centerpiece of another story, one you'll no longer control. Make no mistake, these conversations are not harmless. Every word they speak has an intention, carefully orchestrated. For them, gossiping isn't just a habit, it's a tool, a means to manipulate, to control, to create a false sense of connection built on secrecy and negativity. They paint a picture of closeness, but beneath it all is a maze of deception, where trust is an illusion and loyalty is a distant dream. Only personal gain remains. Ask yourself, when you hear someone ruthlessly tearing down another person's reputation, does it feel right? Have you ever stopped to wonder, if today they can destroy someone else in front of you, what's stopping them from doing the same to you tomorrow? Gossip is like a mirror. It doesn't reflect the truth. It reflects the soul of the one who spreads it. Gossipers aren't strong. They're weak. People who gossip don't do it because they're powerful. They do it because they're insecure. A heart filled with envy and self-doubt doesn't know how to grow. It only knows how to tear others down to mask its own smallness. Instead of confronting their own shortcomings, they distract from them by picking apart the flaws of others. But gossip isn't just idle talk. A single rumor can be a sharp blade, cutting reputations, breaking friendships, planting seeds of distrust. Yet the ones spreading these rumors don't care about the damage they cause. Their only concern is the attention they gain, the reactions they provoke, the fleeting sense of power that comes from manipulating how others perceive the world. What they fail to realize, however, is that every word they speak doesn't just expose others, it reveals who they truly are. How to handle gossip? First, recognize the source. If someone is constantly speaking negatively about others, take it as a warning sign. Don't play into their game. Don't laugh. Don't nod in agreement. Your silence or compliance only enables their behavior. Instead, set boundaries. Make it clear that you don't want to hear negativity about others. If they persist, distance yourself. Remember, a true friend will protect your name when you're not around. A genuine person doesn't need to tear others down to lift themselves up. If someone spends every conversation picking apart others' reputations, they are not a person of integrity. They are a burden on the soul. And you don't have to carry that weight. Protect your peace by being selective about the people you keep close. Surround yourself with those who discuss ideas, who dream of the future, who focus on the beauty of life, not those who spread negativity like wildfire. When you firmly reject gossip and toxic people, your world becomes lighter. You will find trust, serenity, and genuine relationships. And more than ever, you deserve that. The third sign, they can't be happy for your success. Some people simply can't stand seeing you move forward. When you struggle, they're there. maybe to comfort you, maybe just to watch. But when you succeed, their demeanor shifts. Their smile loses its warmth. Their congratulations sound hollow. For them, your success isn't a moment of joy. It's a painful reminder that they're being left behind. They might say, "I'm so happy for you," but their voice, their eyes, their body language tell a different story. You've seen it before. A fleeting frown, a half-hearted clap, an awkward silence, or a sudden urge to change the subject. And then, the dismissive comments come. "Oh, that's nice. But do you know what I've been working on?" Or anyone in your position could have done that. This isn't genuine support. It's jealousy disguised as indifference. Some people can't stand your success, not because they hate you, but because they can't face themselves. When you achieve something, they don't see the hard work you put in. They only see what they haven't accomplished. But instead of learning from you, they let envy cloud their judgment. And in their mind, the easiest way to cope is to bring you down to their level, or at least try. The truth is, people who can't celebrate you are revealing who they truly are. A real friend, a genuine supporter, will clap loudly when you win. They'll celebrate your promotion, your milestones, your breakthroughs, because your happiness brings them joy. They don't see your success as a threat. They see it as inspiration. You've likely experienced this before. Someone congratulates you, but their body language betrays their true feelings. Then come the subtle jabs. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Or anyone in your shoes would have done the same. When they see you remain confident, they shift to comparisons. There are plenty of people better than you. And if that doesn't shake you, they escalate to direct attacks, questioning your abilities outright. But the real danger lies in their silent sabotage. They might spread rumors to undermine your credibility, manipulate relationships to block your progress, or pretend to support you while secretly waiting, or even orchestrating, your downfall. These are friends. These are toxic individuals, and you owe them nothing. How to handle people who can't celebrate you. First, stop seeking their validation. You don't need anyone's approval to recognize your own worth. Your success is the result of countless hours of effort. It doesn't become any less valuable just because someone refuses to acknowledge it. Second, remove yourself from negative energy. Don't let their envy weigh you down. Surround yourself with people who celebrate others' achievements, who don't just cheer when you win, but also push you to reach even greater heights. And most importantly, understand this. Their behavior does not define you. It defines them. If they can't be happy for you, that's their problem, not yours. Don't waste time proving yourself or making them comfortable. Your success is not the problem. And you should never shrink yourself to accommodate someone else's insecurity. This is your success. You fought through the struggles, sacrificed in ways no one saw, pushed through the doubts to arrive where you are today. Don't let petty comments or hidden resentment diminish what you deserve. Be proud of yourself. Don't hesitate, don't hide, and never let anyone make you feel small. This success is yours, and the right people will celebrate it with you. As for those who can't, let them stay behind. You're moving toward greater things, and you're not looking back. The fourth sign, they always play the victim. Have you ever met someone who, no matter what happens, always sees themselves as the one who suffers the most? They wear misfortune like a cloak, turning every situation into a tragedy, as if the entire world exists just to work against them. These people never take responsibility. Instead, they shift the blame onto you, make excuses for their own failures, and use their poor choices as proof that life has treated them unfairly. They are masters of manipulation, hiding behind the victim role to disguise their true intentions. They turn pity into a prison, trapping you in problems they created themselves. If they forget an appointment, it's never their fault. They'll claim there was an emergency or complain that no one understands how much they're struggling. If they betray you, they won't take accountability. Instead, they'll paint themselves as someone who was forced into their actions by circumstances beyond their control. They may cry, get angry, or shift blame onto others. Anything to dodge responsibility and make you feel guilty on their behalf. Of course, we all have moments of weakness. Everyone needs to be heard and understood. But for these people, every sad story isn't just a confession, it's a strategy. They use sympathy as a weapon, manipulating emotions to make you comply with their demands or excuse their behavior when they should be held accountable. Here's something to think about. Every time you try to help them out, every time you offer a solution, they'll find a reason to reject it. Why? Because they don't actually want to change. They just want to keep playing the victim. They're not looking for solutions. They're looking for unconditional attention. They don't want to move forward. They want to stay exactly where they are and drag you down with them. The more you try, the more you realize that nothing is ever enough for them. And then, take a step back and look at yourself. Every time you get caught up in their endless complaints, you're wasting your energy, your time, and your compassion on something that leads nowhere. You give them your empathy, but all you get in return is frustration and stagnation. Over time, you become exhausted, disappointed, and even guilty for not being able to fix them. But here's the undeniable truth. You cannot save someone who doesn't want to save themselves. Identifying people with a victim mentality isn't easy, especially when you genuinely care about them. They have a way of making their problems seem so urgent and overwhelming that you feel obligated to help. But ask yourself, is this a never-ending cycle? Do they ever take responsibility for their situation? Do they actually want to change? Or are they just looking for another excuse to avoid it? A sincere person will face challenges, admit their mistakes, listen to advice, and take action to improve. But a manipulator will cling to their victim role, because blaming circumstances is far easier than taking responsibility for their own life. Handling this type of person isn't easy, but there are 3 key principles to remember. First, set boundaries. You can listen, but don't let them drag you into their negative spiral. You can offer support, but don't let them shift their burdens onto you. Second, hold them accountable. Don't just listen to their complaints. Ask them, what are you going to do to change this? If they truly want to escape their situation, they will take action. If not, they're just looking for someone to dump their problems on. Finally, if they refuse to change, step back. You cannot help someone who won't help themselves. Compassion is valuable, but don't let it be exploited. Protect your energy and invest it in people who appreciate and respect your support. Let them play the victim in their own story, but you are under no obligation to be part of their drama. Sign number 5. They make everything about themselves. There are some people who, no matter what conversation they're in, only care about one thing: themselves. They don't truly listen, they don't share sincerely, and they don't care about anyone else unless it benefits them in some way. They will twist every situation to make themselves the center of attention, turning other people's joy, pain, or achievements into just another part of their own story. This is a classic trait of a fake person. Not only are they selfish, but they erase the presence of anyone who doesn't fit the image they've created for themselves. Have you ever been in a conversation where you're sharing something deeply important, something weighing on your heart, only to be interrupted before you even finish? That reminds me of when I went through something similar. And just like that, the moment is no longer yours. Your feelings are pushed aside as if they weren't worth acknowledging. These people aren't just bad listeners, they are takers. They drain your time, your attention, and your kindness. But when you need genuine support, they're nowhere to be found. They expect you to sacrifice for them. But when the roles are reversed, they always have the perfect excuse to disappear. They never care about other people's feelings. The only thing that matters to them is how to make everything revolve around themselves. And the most dangerous part, they're not boring. In fact, they are often incredibly charismatic. They can draw you in with their confidence, their dramatic stories, and their magnetic presence. But when you look deeper, you'll realize it's all just a strategy, a way to ensure they always remain at the center. They will interrupt you mid-sentence, dismiss your thoughts, and even downplay your achievements as long as it keeps the spotlight on them. These people aren't just selfish, they're calculated. They manipulate every situation to turn the world into their personal stage. They believe they have the right to control every conversation, deciding what matters and what doesn't. This manipulation is how they maintain their advantage, making sure they always come out on top. But this isn't how real relationships work. A healthy connection is built on respect, empathy, and a balance between both sides. If someone constantly prioritizes their own needs while pushing your emotions and desires aside, that is the clearest warning sign of who they truly are. So, what should you do when dealing with someone like this? First, face the truth. Don't make excuses for them or convince yourself that they don't mean to be this way. Actions speak louder than words, and if they consistently put themselves first, it's not accidental, it's a choice. Second, stand your ground. If they interrupt you, take back the conversation. If they dismiss your feelings, remind them that you deserve to be heard too. Finally, reevaluate the relationship. Some people can change if they become aware of their behavior, but many will continue to manipulate and disregard you, no matter how patient you are. Protect your peace, your energy, and your self-respect. You deserve relationships where you feel valued, where people listen without cutting you off, and where you are appreciated just as much as you appreciate them. Life is too short to waste on one-sided relationships. Take back your space, your voice, and your happiness, because you deserve it. Sign number 6, they spread negativity. Nothing exposes a fake person faster than their habit of spreading negativity. They don't just gossip behind people's backs. They thrive on planting doubt and creating division. These people aren't looking for genuine connections. They seek power by manipulating information and controlling situations. They are masters at stirring up drama and dragging others into their toxic web. They disguise their behavior with phrases like, "I'm just telling the truth," or "I heard this from a very reliable source." But don't be fooled. Their real motive is to tear others down so they can lift themselves up. Getting caught up in gossip may seem entertaining or even harmless at first, but remember, today they're talking about someone else, and tomorrow they'll be talking about you. These people are neither loyal nor trustworthy. They will twist the truth, exaggerate mistakes, and expose personal secrets, all just to grab attention and manipulate those around them. Being around them is draining. Their conversations offer no real value, only judgment, criticism, and resentment. They see every flaw in others, but never stop to reflect on their own. They cannot live without negativity, and if you're not careful, you'll quickly get pulled into their game. What's even more concerning is that their negativity spreads like an infection. The longer you stay around them, the more you begin to see the world through their lens, doubting the people around you, questioning yourself, and feeling drained by constant tension. Their toxic energy is like an underground current, slowly eroding your inner peace. If you're not mindful, you may lose yourself without even realizing it. When dealing with someone who thrives on negativity, the most important thing is to stand your ground. First, don't engage in gossip. If they start speaking badly about someone, gently remind them, "I don't feel comfortable talking about others when they're not here. By refusing to participate, you're sending a clear message that you won't be easily drawn into their negativity." Second, evaluate their role in your life. Are they just an acquaintance, a co-worker, or someone close to you? The closer they are, the more necessary it is to address the issue directly. Let them know how their negativity affects you and encourage them to focus on more positive things. Finally, protect your energy. If they continue to spread negativity, it may be time to create some distance. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you can limit the time you spend with them and only engage in conversations that add value to your life. Remember, it's not your responsibility to change them. It's your responsibility to protect your own peace. There is too much beauty in this world for you to waste your time on gossip and negativity. Choose to surround yourself with people who inspire you, help you grow, and nurture your soul. You were born for greater things, to live a meaningful life filled with light. Let your energy reflect that positivity. Sign number 7. They disappear when you need them the most. One of the most heartbreaking signs of a fake person is how they vanish the moment you need them the most. When life is good, they're always there, laughing, celebrating, soaking up every beautiful moment by your side. But the second hardship strikes, they quietly slip away, without a word, without a trace. They once called you a friend, once promised they would always be there for you. But when the storm comes, they don't stand beside you. They leave you out in the cold, alone in the rain. Picture this: you're going through a difficult time. Maybe you've lost your job, you're struggling with your health, or you simply need a shoulder to lean on. You reach out to them, believing they'll be there, just as you've been there for them countless times before. But instead of comfort, all you receive are excuses. They're too busy, too exhausted, or dealing with their own problems. And then, day by day, week by week, their silence becomes their answer. They don't need to say a word. Their actions say it all. They were never planning to stand by you through the storm. They were only there when it benefited them, when they could bask in your kindness, enjoy your support, and take from what you had to offer. But the moment you truly needed a helping hand, a shoulder to lean on, they turned away. They were never real friends. They were fair-weather companions, showing up when the skies were clear, but disappearing the second the clouds rolled in. There is nothing more painful than realizing that someone you once cherished doesn't value you the same way you valued them. It's not just disappointment. It's a silent betrayal, where their words never match their actions. But the truth is out in the open now. And while you may keep telling yourself that they will change, that next time will be different, you have to ask yourself, how many more times will you let them walk away before you accept that you deserve real, genuine friendships? Real friends are not the ones who only show up in moments of joy, but the ones who stay when your world is falling apart. They don't need to have all the answers or do anything grand. Sometimes, just sitting beside you in silence, facing the pain with you, and reminding you that you are not alone is enough. That's not just support. That's true friendship, the kind that doesn't walk away when you're at your weakest. When someone disappears the moment you need them most, take it as the clearest answer about who they really are. Stop making excuses for them. Stop searching for reasons to justify their absence. They have already shown you the truth. It's time to accept it. Second, stop chasing them. A real friendship should never feel like something you have to beg for. If someone only cares about you when it's convenient for them, they were never truly your friend. Instead of clinging to those who have left, focus on building relationships that are worth your time. The people who will stand beside you not only in your brightest moments, but also in your darkest days. Most importantly, believe in yourself. You are stronger than you think. Don't let someone's absence make you feel less valuable. See this as an opportunity to cleanse your life, making room for those who genuinely appreciate you. Because you were not born to be abandoned. You were born to be loved, to have real connections, and to know that no matter what happens, you never have to face life alone. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next valuable lesson. Remember, you deserve people who truly appreciate you, not those who only use you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.